Hey guys, Ed Wilson for President, Paradise Earth Initiative System. Just a video about having to get my vehicle ran through inspection when our government and all the people around us are poisoning everything around us. Listen, guys, insurances, all of this stuff, you're forced into all of this. You don't have no say. In order to work, they've got you bound, because the same people that overthrew England overthrew you. That's right, your flag's dead as a damn doornail. You guys are liars, you're thieves, and you're cheats. That's basically what the American dream is now, guys. Whoever can cheat the other slave more or rip the other slave off. That's what it is. It's slave on slave ripping each other off. That's it, guys. And there's terrorism behind all of it. Terrorism. They're running you through insurance companies, killing you with chemotherapy and different types of big pharma treatments instead of actually trying to cure you in a non-harmful way. That's right, guys. There's herbs and things out there, but once again, they've programmed you to fail. And then you got these stupid synagogues of Satan out here telling you that you got free will, and you don't have any free will, guys. The only free will you really have is if you take the initiative. I'd say the Paradise Earth Initiative, and walk away. Take that flag, cut it up, go wash your cars with it. All right? It's worthless. Okay? It's nothing. It's a false idol. It's conquered. You're conquered. I'm conquered because I'm part of you. I don't want to be conquered. Okay? I don't want to be ruled over by terrorists. That's what these people are. And you're a terrorist because you fund it. If you paid your taxes, you're as guilty as any of those pedovores that are out there. You're as guilty as any of them. Okay? So you are condemned. I don't want to hear you say, well, I turned it over to Jesus. Yeah, he ain't going to know you. He's going to be like, well, why did you fund all the terrorism? You said you loved me. You said you loved God. God is truth. Why did you abandon truth? Why did you abandon the light? Why, guys? Answer the question. Why, guys? Why did you abandon the light? Okay? I'm sorry, guys. What they've got you believing in is a weaponized version of what Jesus is. They twisted it all because they're perverts. Most of your pastors are perverts. They won't even tell you what real marriage is. Marriage is when two make one. Okay? Sorry, guys. You two guys can't make one. You can't. If you went and got a child and taught them your way of life, you would be perverting that child. You are an abomination. That goes for you females as well. Sarah has two mommies. Okay? No, she doesn't. She has a real mommy somewhere, okay? And the other one is just a friend. Okay? That's it. Okay? So hey, there you go. Okay, there's some controversy for you guys. You can get all mad about it. Did you hear what he just said? He said we're not married. That's right. I just said that. I just said all of that is slave contracts. Concepts of your overthrown country, so that the churches and the governments could tax you in different ways. Oh, they're going to allow you guys to get away with your little partnerships and things like that. The reason they're going to do that is because you're in an overthrown country. That's why, okay? United States is a fraud. And all these vets, you can go get mad all you want. I don't even care. Because you know what? Have the conversation. Let's have the conversation. You tell me, okay? Let me see you justify it. And then when you're done, I'll go ahead and I'll step on in there and I'll go ahead and correct you. And I'll let you make everyone aware of what really went on, and how you are living in a fairy tale. That's right, you're in a fairy tale. Well, your fairy tale sucks. All right? And I don't know what this Make America Great thing, great again is, other than making the corporation great again. Okay? Because technically, Looking into the history, guys, America does not exist. I'm going to say it again. America was overthrown. It does not exist. It was infiltrated at the breakaway from England. The same people who overthrew England and instigated the breakaway infiltrated and sabotaged the independence. They were a bunch of Freemason perverts. They're not your founding fathers. Your history is a crock of crap. Okay? You're robbing our children blind. You're poisoning our children, and you're poisoning the land. Well, actually, they're setting you up for all of that, okay? So that they can invade you later. And once again, they have a Revelation book about this, guys. It's called a Bible. And there were perverts, Freemason perverts, that twisted all of that Bible, guys. That Bible that you're holding, most of all of those Bibles that you're holding, there's some truth in them, but they like to pervert truth. That's why they keep trying to alter mankind, alter man's DNA, because it's a slap in the face to the real God. That's what they feel, okay? Well, that's what they're doing, guys. And so all of the concepts, your commandments, things have been switched up. It's all a lie, guys, by these perverts. And Revelation is a terrorist manifesto. Shall I clear up some of that black magic for you again? I've done it in other videos, and I'll do it again. Okay? King James, being the perv he was, being a part of the Freemason collective group, there is no Democrat or Republican. It's a collective, guys. They switch back and forth, the left and right, all the time, okay? So, it tells you very clearly in the end. And remember, Freemasonry is an international terrorist syndicate, okay? So it tells you all of the plagues and things that are going to be released on you, because they have to tell you before they do it. This is one of their stupid little beliefs, okay? Which, in a way, it kind of benefits us, because this way you can see, if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, there will be a crowd gathered of all nations, okay, in the end. That's who's going to be saved, guys. All right? They're going to come out of the clouds. Well, they're going to come out of a cloud, that I would say, okay? In other words, they've been hidden all around you, sabotaging you, your entire existence, enslaving you, trying to keep you enslaved, trying to dumb down your children, because it is a terrorist manifesto. If you don't know what a terrorist manifesto is, maybe you should go look it up. And then you're going to find out that every single war that this country has been in, every single war this country has been in was arranged. So all you guys talking about the First World War and the Second and Vietnam and this one and that one, the Civil War, all of this other stuff, guys, sorry. It was all arranged. It was all terrorism. Every bit of it was. I know a lot of you guys are laughing. But, no, the butt is you. You're the butt. Okay? All right, you're the butt. And if you don't understand, maybe you should go educate yourself, okay? Because this is what happened, guys. This is what really happened. And here we are now, and our children are suffering. There are children everywhere that have all of these issues, all of these, and now they're messing with their reproductive mental faculties, okay? That's why you have all these perverts out here trying to write children's books and doing all of this other stuff to pervert the children, because they feel if they can change the children, then they won't be the oddballs anymore, because they know they're odd. They know there's something wrong with them. They know it already. They already know, guys, okay? So it's really sad to see this going on, okay? I mean, once again, I'm not condemning these people. I am saying they have a mental illness, but I'm not condemning them, and I'm not saying that anything bad should happen to them, because they're actually victims. Just like all of you veterans, okay? You're coming home. I've heard you guys and your woes and all of the things, all the stories, and honestly, if you had just listened to some of your own stories, you'd realize that every single one of these wars, the reason you're not winning them is because you weren't supposed to win them. They were using you for other things because they knew you were too dumb to see past the nose on your face. That's why McNamara 100,000, I've mentioned in many, many videos, that's why it was so important for them to open up the draft. And now they don't have to open up the draft. They got you guys signing up because you're slave mentalities. You're thinking you're going to go and you're going to get this great job when you get out of the military and blah, 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 blah. No, it's not going to happen, guys. And most of the guys that I know that actually made it up in the military, a lot of them didn't actually serve their way up. They found other methods to get up, okay, in the military. And some of that wasn't the greatest of methods, but it worked. It worked for them, okay? And once you know, okay? Once you know all of this stuff about, like, for instance, right now, we started out with a blue sky this morning. Now it's a hazy white. Where's the Air Force at? I'll tell you where they are. Concord. And yes, these guys are going to go, oh, I'm so proud of my baby. Oh, you're so proud of your baby. Oh, that you're proud of your terrorist. You're proud of your terrorist. I'm sure the people over in other countries, see, it's funny. We were told that these other people were terrorists, but now we're finding out that they were actually victims to the terrorism because, see, you guys don't know that you've been doing terrorism. So once again, this is a diabolical, what would you say, a conundrum, there's words for this, but I'm a little clouded right now because I'm a little angry. Because the more I learn about you guys, the more I'm like, how in the world can't you see what has been going on? Why won't you guys open up your eyes? I think I know why. Because you know what you're going to find, okay? And this makes you evil. This is what makes you evil, okay? You're not the good guys anymore, guys. You're not the good guys. If you want to be the good guys, well, you have to take the initiative, okay? I'm trying to offer a system to replace this system. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. But look what's happening right now. You're selling your kids out. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to hope that somebody, what you really need is, and I'm going to say it, guys, I'm going to say it. What you really need is to have everything cut off. And when I say cut off, I mean everything. You need a super, super mega EMP to shut you down. And the world needs it, actually. That would be the best thing the world could ever have right now, is a big, giant, enormous EMP. Because that will cut the electricity off. That will stop the planes from flying. That'll stop your cars from driving. And then it'll allow you to be with yourself for a while, guys. Because most of you guys don't even know who you are. And like I said, you're cool with that. You're cool with lying to the kids. You're cool with selling them out. You're just cool with all that stuff, guys. We're going out here spending gas every day, doing measurements, estimates, all of this crap. And we're just wasting our time and our money when there's greater things we could do, okay? And if we go to try to do them, you guys have a system set up to fuck us, okay? That's what the USA is, guys. It's a fucking fraud. I'm sitting out watching these people walking around with their stupid crosses on their shirts and their flags, and then they have a cross and a flag. That's like a total conundrum right there. That's like, why don't you just go ahead and put a Baphomet head there on Jesus, okay? Why don't you just go ahead and do that, you know? Give him some boobs, okay? Because you're perverts, all right? Your government's perverts. You fund the perverts. You went over in the Middle East, destabilized the entire region because people here were waking up, so they didn't have access to the kids. So now you went and destabilized an entire region, and they're over there. What do you think they're doing, guys? Yeah. So you know what? Maybe you should be depressed. Maybe you should be ashamed of yourself, okay? Don't you come to me or my kids asking for any damn donations. I'm not going to give you shit. If anything, I'm going to give you shit, okay? So take that for what it is, all right? You're exposed. So take your dunce cap off, okay? Your I served hat, because no, you got served, all right? You got served in your rear end, all right? And then you're expecting us to take it in our rear ends to prop you up. No. Have a good day, guys. Paradise Earth Initiative.